We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Hi everyone, it's me, Tired Mama, and I'm here today to talk about Vlogmas. Not really. Today's day 3 of Vlogmas, and I have a very big topic today. But first, I want you to know that I have seen all of the video requests, and I will be doing them, so you need to make sure you're subscribed and liked and turn the notification bell on so you can see when I do new videos. It all depends on what our schedule is like, on what time I really get to post. Last night it was like 11:30, but I'm hoping for today to be a little bit earlier. So the number one requested thing that people wanted to know about me is, how do I make extra money? What are all of these jobs that I have? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my story. Our story started in 2012 when my husband and I got married. Up until that point, I had been working outside of the home, mainly 2 jobs, all the way through college. That's just how I was. By 23 years old, I had earned all of my Social Security credits because I would always work 2, sometimes 3 jobs. And so that's just what I've always worked a lot. My husband and I got married in April of 2012, actually on April 1st, April Fool's Day. And we got our daughter on December the 12th of 2012. Our daughter is, I'm a bonus mom, and she is my husband's daughter. However, she is my daughter, and I do not ever refer to her not being my daughter. So we got her on 12/12/12. She was 7 years old, and she needed more than someone just to come home and cook dinner and put her to bed. There were a lot of appointments, just different things that needed to be handled. And we felt at that time the best thing for me to do was be a stay-at-home mom. And I was totally ready for that. I was actually super excited about it. And I did that for 4 years. I was a stay-at-home mom, the cooking, the cleaning, the kids. At the time, she was our only one. And so I didn't work. Like, my husband was a machinist at the time, so he made enough money that we didn't really have to worry about it. And I'll go into more detail about money in a moment. But then, through a turn of events, my husband ended up having a medical issue and lost his job. So I went back into the workforce, begrudgingly. But I did it, and I worked for 1.5 years outside of the home, and I hated it. Oh, I hated it. I hated it. And maybe it's just me as a mom, like, you constantly think, oh, like, you miss soccer practice and you miss dance class. And sometimes being a mom is just those actions of getting your kid ready for that, or the fun times singing on the way to the doctor's appointments, or cooking dinner together. So I really struggled with that. And let's see, I wish I remember exactly when I signed my first contract. VIP Kid came up in my Facebook feed, and I said, that's kind of interesting. And I applied, and I was hired. And I did both jobs for about 4 months. And it was coming up in June, and they were looking for people who could work an interview team. And I said, hey, I got that. I've got HR, like, I can do that. And they hired me. So I was able to leave my daytime job, and I worked just from home for the summer, and it was amazing. By this time, I had built up a clientele of students so that I was making enough income to not have to go back to work when the summer was over, which was an answer to a prayer. So let's see, that I was with them for 2.5 years. One time I added Go Kid to my profile. I'm now with neither of those companies. I'm with Palfish, and Palfish is the biggest income for me right now. And then I also just interviewed with a company called Native. Native is a little bit different because they are a US-based ESL company that is going to be teaching in Japan and Korea and Brazil. I'm so excited about working with them. So super stoked. But that doesn't start till January. So I have all this daytime, right? So I was working like 12 to 8 in the morning, and you're up and stuff, but by that time, like, I've got I got time on my hands, and I don't always deal well with time on my hands. So we started looking for different things, and I found Upwork.com. Please know that this is not like a video that I'm being paid for. It's not a sponsored video, anything like that. But Upwork.com is a great company. They are an online marketplace where businesses, small businesses, startups, or even just individuals who maybe need a design done, or they need an assistant. Maybe they're a startup, and my first gig was doing customer service. I started doing that. I got my first job right off the bat where I just answered customer service emails. And then that led to a second job. I was with my second job for over a year. At what time I was actually offered a position if I wanted to move across the country when they opened up their office facility. However, my husband and I chose against it. We really enjoy where we're rooted right now. But when that job ended, I was like, okay, I gotta find something else. Fortunately, I did. I found 2 other contracts on Upwork.com. There are hundreds of jobs posted every single day in just about every niche. So I answer emails and I get paid really well to do that because I'm an experienced person. You have to have a couple of things in order to be able to work for most Upwork contracts. You have to, first of all, know your worth. A lot of these companies hire people from outside of the U.S. and so they'll pay $3 and $4 an hour. Know that you're worth more than that. Don't agree to it just so you have something coming in, because that's really bad. You can only work 1 contract hour at a time. So you can't answer emails for this company and answer the phone for this company at the same time. A lot of jobs on Upwork lead to permanent positions. While I'm not doing that, I'm strictly a freelancer. It works for a lot of people. The way they make money is for the first $1,000 that you make with a company, they take 20% of your pay. You have to factor that in when you bid a job. I do, and it's worked out really well. After the $1,000, they only take 10%. So it's just something that you have to be aware of. Next up, the next thing you really have to be aware of is know what your skill base is. The people who are doing the hiring here are going to take you at your word. They may do an interview, a Zoom meeting, or Skype meeting, but for the most part, if you tell them you can work QuickBooks, they expect you to work QuickBooks. No, there's a lot of other things that you can do out there. My last job that I do that is really just getting going here is my YouTube brand, Tired Mama. I hope to make this into a channel where we promote positive mom situations, where we talk about the things that drive us nuts. Side note, do you want me to tell you what drives me nuts? My daughter cannot take a shower without using every single ounce of hot water in the entire house. Like, I'm in and out, and I'm three times her size. I'm in and out, full shower, hair washed, legs shaved, 10 minutes, tops. 45 minutes later, we're still waiting on her to get out of the shower. This completely mom thing that stresses me out. But my hope is to really build this into a brand. I don't necessarily like the phrase YouTube famous, but I do hope that I can grow my channel and that I can reach more moms who are struggling with homeschooling, because we did that for a long time, are struggling with getting their business off the ground, are struggling with maybe their self-image, or maybe they're dealing with the same disease that I have. I suffer from polycystic ovarian syndrome with insulin resistance. I've suffered through cancer. I have done the home mom thing where you don't talk to another adult except for your husband for 30 minutes at night. I've done taking care of elderly relatives. I've done it all. I've been through a divorce. I've been through a marriage with kids. I've taken in kids. Our son, we got him when he was 15, and there was already some trouble there. So I have a lot of mom knowledge to offer, And I hope and I pray that I can be able to bring that to some more people. But with a spark of comedy and a dash of love. And I hope that by spreading this brand, we can really promote positive momisms. Positive momming. I hate mom shamers, guys. I really struggle with that. But at the end of the day, that's what I do. So I teach online in the early mornings. I have multiple Upwork contracts. Guys, there's other companies out there that you can work from home for legitimate businesses, such as Sitel. I answered the phone for Starbucks for probably a year. Thank you for calling Starbucks. This is Samantha. How can I help you today? And I made like $11 an hour, and it was great at the time. So there's lots of things that you can do too. I'm going to put some links down below to different sites and different companies that are hiring. And I think that if you have problems, feel free to reach out to me. I think there's something for everyone though. If you truly want to be working from home and you truly feel led that you want to be a freelancer, that's Upwork all the way, because I make my hours, or I decide on hours with my contractor. Like, it can be done. It really can. You just have to be willing to do the hours, because I do work from 1 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. every day. And then there's the dinner and the dishes and the cleaning and the homework. I hope that you all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Again, make sure you're subscribed, because we have a lot more coming out. We are also going to be announcing in the next video tomorrow, I am going to be working with one of the schools that was affected in the earthquake in Alaska. They suffered some very heavy damage to their library. So I'm putting together a fundraiser. I'm thinking we're going to do like a t-shirt fundraiser where you order the t-shirt from a company and then all the proceeds will go directly to that school. I'm putting that together now and hoping to have it done tomorrow. We'll see. I hope you have a wonderful night. I've got to go finish dinner and probably fold some more laundry. And I'll see you next time, guys. Rest well and God bless.